Yeah, under the paving, I guess. Please stand for the pledge. Welcome to the Delaware County Commissioners meeting. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for the nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's try that again. Welcome to the Delaware County Commissioners meeting of Monday, November the 18th, 2024. And we are so pleased to be here today. And we are ready for the roll call, please.
Stanray.
Here.
Reagan.
Yes.
King. Ruck. Present.
Okay. Under table business, I think we have quite a few that need to be addressed.
All right, I'll make a motion first to take ordinance number 2024-011, ordinance rescinding resolution number 2007-006, and creating a credit card use policy for county employees and public officials.
I'll second that. Roll call, please.
Reagan.
Yes.
Stanray.
Yes.
King.
Okay. John, would you like to fill us in on that?
Sure. With regard to ordinance 2024-11, this is the, what we call the credit card use policy ordinance. There have been substantial discussions between the auditor's office, commissioner's office, and various departments about changing or tweaking what was the original document or original ordinance that was sent to all of you, and coming up with a comprehensive credit card policy. I believe that the most recent version that I sent to you the other day incorporates all that. Sarah was kind enough to take out the highlights, or I'd shown I'd made the changes for you. So I think this is the final version. Ed has passed off on it too, and it's ready to go for adoption to amend our and really replace our previous credit card policy.
So we could always improve it later on if we find out we missed something.
Yes.
Would you like to go ahead and take care of it now?
Yes. Okay.
I'll make a motion, we adopt ordinance 2024-011.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Stanray.
Yes.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Thank you.
The second one, did you take 2024
I didn't.
Okay. You did not?
I did not.
Okay. All right. I think that one has, we've gone through that one as well, but
And the paving, we're gonna do that on Angie, or the bid that we took under advisement.
Angie has to, those were opened up September 16th. They were good for 60 days. The 60 days has expired. Angie needs to confirm with the bidders that the bids are still viable, so it probably should stay on the table.
Okay.
Correct, Angie?
Let's go back to 2024-012, the grant ordinance. You want to?
I don't think it's ready yet.
As far as I know, it is.
It is?
Yes.
Oh. Well, if you want, go ahead, yes.
All right, I'll make a motion to remove ordinance 2024-012, the countywide grant policy.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes.
Stanray.
Yes.
Mr. King.
I'll make a motion, we adopt ordinance 2024-012.
Second.
Mr. Stanray.
Yes.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr.
Thank you.
King.
Okay. So we're gonna leave.
Could we ask them to extend it to the next meeting? Is that what you want me to ask?
Yes.
I can do that.
Then the very last one, the Recovery Solutions contract.
If we could go back, Madam President, the gap compilation agreement that the auditor's office needs to help them with their accounting procedures, that was also tabled. I think we have discussed that one, and the auditor would really like to have that one
Okay.
taken off the table.
I think Ed, we'd asked for a price, and it was close to,
It was actually under the previous year,
do you remember how much it was?
like $10,000 less,
Was it, so it was 90-some thousand maybe?
95
Okay.
compared to 105
Okay.
previous year.
I'll make a motion, we remove the gap compilation engagement letter.
Second,
Table.
Ms. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
yes.
Mr. King,
I'll make a motion, we adopt that agreement as well.
Second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. King.
Okay, thank you.
It's on the agenda that the grant policy was also tabled, but since you adopted the grant ordinance, which incorporates the grant policy, we might as well just clean up the record and take that off the table and approve that policy as well.
Didn't we approve it when we approved the ordinance?
Technically you did, but I don't know why it's on it separately on the agenda, but this,
I'll make a motion, we remove the policy from the table of business.
Second,
Ms. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
yes.
Mr. King,
And I'll make a motion that we use that policy, which is ordinance number 2024-012.
Second. Roll call,
Ms. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
yes.
Mr. King.
and finally, we have the Recovery Solutions contract. This is for the mental health services provider. There was a discussion and I think this is ready to be adopted.
I'll make a motion, we remove the Recovery Solutions contract from the table.
Second. Roll call,
Ms. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
yes.
King,
And I'll make a motion, we adopt, that agreement with Recovery Solutions.
Second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
King.
Thank you. Okay, approval of minutes.
I'll make a motion, we approve the, commissioner meeting minutes from November 4th, 2024.
Second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Henry,
Yes.
King, Ms. Reagan,
Yes. Thank you. Now we have some presentations and contracts. Mr. Brook has a couple farm bids, I believe.
The bid opening for the farm ground, yes. And just for the record, I think the farm ground at the highway department on East Jackson Street, the notice said 140 acres, it really should be a little less than 130 because of the sheriff's shooting range, as well as, I think the highway department extended their fences and took another 3.8 acres, so it'll be about 126 and some change, more or less. So, first one I'm open is Chad and Kim Spangler. This is the farm ground at the Justice Center. Their total bid is $5,164 or about $200 an acre. Okay. Then I have, next one is Jerry Schroyer. This is the farm ground on East Jackson Street. The bid is $240 an acre. Next one I have is Wade Wright and John Light. Wade Wright, that's kind of hard to say. Quickly. The farm ground bid for Wade Wright and John Light is $265 an acre.
Property, is that?
That's the, I'm sorry, that's the, East Jackson Street property. Then I have one for John Light, just himself. John Light also bids $265 an acre. for the East Jackson Street. I think that's East. No,
That's for the Justice Center.
that's for the, Justice Center. Looking at the numbers, Justice Center numbers.
Okay.
Yep.
What's your pleasure?
So what we usually do is, now that we have the bids in, we offer the opportunity for the bidder that was the lowest, which is Jerry and John Schroyer, to see if they want to match the $265 an acre. And then if they do, or if they exceed that, they actually have to exceed that bid, then the, Wade Wright and John Light have the opportunity to continue bidding if they want.
Do they,
I don't remember ever doing this before, but is everybody here?
I don't know, is John and Jerry Schroyer here? Yep, I thought I saw them here, yep. And I know John Light's here. So,
what about Spangler's?
I don't see the Spanglers here, so we can take that one under advisement. Table it, in essence, and invite them to the meeting if they wanna attend. And I can get a hold of the, Spanglers, I think I have their number, yeah, I have their number, so,
Do it next meeting then?
yes, do that one.
I just don't ever remember doing this.
Do we
before.
wanna table it all and do it all next meeting?
You don't have to take other bids if you don't want to. If you want to accept the $265 an acre for the East Jackson Street, that's fine. And you can also do the same for the, Justice Center, however you want to do it. We've done it both ways in the past, actually.
But you advertised it as they would have the option to increase the bid.
I believe I did. Let me just double check that.
So I wanna stick to how it was
I
advertised.
didn't realize we put that in the bin.
Yeah, they'll be opened and, may raise or bid anytime prior to acceptance of the board by the commissioners. That was in the notice, yes.
So I would like to table all the bids. I hate to ask you guys this, but I'd like you to come back next meeting if you're interested in increasing your bid. And, at that point, take care of it then.
I will get a hold of the Spanglers to see if they're interested.
Since it was advertised that way.
Yep.
I'll second that. Roll call, please.
Mr. Henry,
Yes.
Reagan,
Yes.
King,
So the next meeting will be, December 2nd at 9 AM here in this room.
Okay, thank you. Okay, under, bids, we have, Recovery Cafe. Mr. Baines here with,
Jamie, you've got the Recovery Cafe contract and the Open Door contract.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jamie Bain, Health Department Administrator. You guys should have a couple more agreements we put together there. Happy to answer any questions about those you may have.
I appreciate you supporting Recovery Cafe.
yeah,
Also want to congratulate you on your latest award.
Thank you.
Very well deserved. I'd like to make a motion to approve, both the Recovery Cafe agreement and the Open Door Health Services agreement.
I believe the Recovery Cafe is going to receive $73,000 for the year to help them. And then under the Open Door, I believe it totals about, one,
165,000, I believe.
yeah, 265,000. Well, it's about three,
Mr. Bain,
I think it's 350 in the
there's a three,
total.
I don't, On, yes. No, it's on page 2 of the, open door contract. And Commissioner Reagan caught this, she's really good at this. The words say 165,000, but the numbers only say 65,000.
Okay.
So is it 165,000 plus 60?
It should be closer to the 165. I'll need to verify specifically that I crunched all those numbers properly.
Okay.
There was a portion of funding that's coming from 2024 that's mentioned in that agreement, and then there's a portion of 2025 money that we're also awarding in that same agreement.
Right, it says, Delaware County Health Department shall reimburse partner for its costs and performance service in the amount of $165,000. But the numbers, they say 65 within 30 days, the effective date, and an additional $60,000 on or before February 1, 2025.
That first one should just be 65 then, not 165.
Okay, there was a one missing, or either added too much or, okay, so it's just 65,000.
Yes. For a
I would-
total of 125,000?
Yes.
Yes,
That's correct.
I would ask that the contract be amended then to say that within 65,000 within 30 days of the effective date.
My motion will include that amendment.
I'll second that.
All
Roll
right,
call,
I
please.
just need to clarify that, so.
I appreciate that.
Roll call, please.
Reagan,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
King.
Those are two very good programs, and congratulations on, I know we have a lot of programs around, but trying to find which is the best for the community. I think you picked two very qualified ones. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we've done the ordinance, second reading. We have an ordinance 2024-028 for the adjustment of the pay period 2025.
We've not done the first reading for 029.
There's an ordinance to create a fund for the deposit of funds received by the Health Department from Ball Brothers Foundation to provide support for local health initiatives.
Oh, that one. I'm sorry about that. Back up to the ordinance for first reading, ordinance 2024-029. Deposit of funds for the health department from the Ball Brothers Foundation, support for First Indiana and the Delaware Community Health Initiative. So that's what we're voting on now.
So you got a grant, Jamie, for this, is that correct?
Yeah, we were made aware just a little over a week ago that this was available to us. Ball Brothers Foundation is interested in supporting the work we're doing with the Health First Indiana money, specifically the access and linkage to clinical care. So they're awarding $25,000 to help us strengthen the efforts that we have there. We haven't pinpointed the specific program that we're going to apply that money to yet, but there was a very short deadline on getting the application into them to get that funded.
We appreciate their help, that's for sure.
You need this today then.
I don't believe so. I don't know if I necessarily need to. It would be helpful, but there's no deadline on our end on getting it in to have it spent as soon as possible.
I'll make a motion, we introduce ordinance number 2024-029.
Second. Roll call, please.
Reagan,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes,
King.
Thank you, Commissioners.
thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now the second reading for the ordinance 2024-028 on the adjustment of the pay period.
Yes, this was, introduced last meeting as because of the calendaring situation for next year. We need to adjust the pay periods just for 1 year, so.
I'll make a motion, we adopt ordinance number 2024-028.
Second. Roll call, please.
Reagan,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes,
King.
Okay, now, under departments, do you have any official announcements we'd like to hear?
Morning, Commissioner John Catino, Emergency Management. I just wanted to let everybody know that the 20th, which is Wednesday, is National GIS Day. So if you see Kyle Johnson, make sure you give him a attaboy. He does a lot for the county and for us. So I think right now he's in the middle of doing headshots for the whole county. So take advantage of that. That's free. So it's nice. But thank him if you see him.
Thank you.
Morning, Commissioners. Tony Skinner, Delaware County Sheriff. Sherry, I think that you was gonna bring this up, but Jeremy, can you step up here? This is Captain Jeremy Dye. He's our jail commander. He was nominated by his jail staff, for the Dedication to Excellence Award. That's given out, by the National Institute of Jail Operations. And he won that award for the central region of the United States. And he was presented that award at a conference last month down in French Lick. So I would like to publicly recognize Captain Dye for winning that very prestigious award. I wanted to do that publicly, so congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jeremy.
Yes.
Good job.
Well done.
Good job.
Good morning, Matt Cantz, Delaware County Council. Hey, I just wanted to reiterate what Commissioner Henry said about Jamie Bain. He was the recipient of the Greater Muncie Chamber of Commerce Excellence in Public Service Award, which is presented to an individual, organization, or company that's made significant contributions to the well-being and quality of life in the Greater Muncie and Delaware County area. So congratulations to Jamie. He's been doing excellent job in his planning for 2025 and in the Health First Indiana initiative that the state has provided a bunch of money for. The partnerships you guys mentioned previously, in addition to a bunch of other local nonprofit partnerships that is being established with the health department. So thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Mr. Jamie.
Morning, Kyle James, Deputy Director, Delaware County 911. I have a couple things to bring up today. First of all, the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials, APCO, has a program called Teammates in Action that they do, I think it's either every month or every other month, I can't remember now, where they recognize dispatch centers from around the country who have displayed teamwork through adversity and things like that. This one was actually submitted back in April, but we just got it for the November newsletter. And the Teammate in Action Award was to all of the dispatchers that showed up and worked the night of March 14th this year, the night of the tornadoes. We had 6 people on shift that night, and then another, I believe it was 8 or 10 that showed up without calling. We didn't send out a page or call or anything. We didn't really have time to, but people just started showing up. It got to the point where we had more dispatchers than we had seats to sit in. We started having to send dispatchers home because we didn't have anything for them to do at the time. But that dedication is just amazing, and I want to recognize those as dispatchers. The ones who were already at work that night was Adam Garrett, Corey Turner, Morgan Parnell, Belinda Hughes, Kayla Stewart, and Aaliyah Detro. Those who responded without being called were Macy Kissick, Chris King, Jeremy Strahan, Carl Barber III, Keegan Barber, Sean Ragland, Annie Bell, Nate Ledbetter, and Amanda Blair. So we got that recognition this month in the APCO newsletter, and we were pretty proud of that.
Yes. Well, thanks for bringing the good news.
Yeah, also a couple other things. In this month's issue of Public Safety Communications Magazine, which is a internationally published magazine for public safety telecommunications, there was an article also about the March 14th tornadoes and Delaware County 911's response, including the response with our mobile communications vehicles and how they were utilized in a tactical environment in that disaster response. That was a 3-page article with some pictures of our vehicle in there, so we were pretty proud of that as well. And then also in the last couple weeks, we received accreditation from the National Missing and Exploited Children. This is called the Missing Kids Readiness Program. And this is again, internationally accredited program where we have trained all of our dispatchers, as well as extra training for our supervisors and executive staff, and have changed a lot of our policies regarding missing children and how we respond to those, based on these international standards. And with all of that, we've received that accreditation, and we're pretty proud of that as well. Last thing, this past Saturday, ourselves, along with Delaware County EMA, hosted a training for first responders from all over the county. We had several fire departments represented, several of the police departments, including the sheriff's department, Muncie PD, and Ball State PD were there. And it was a joint effort with us and EMA to do some radio training, giving tips and tricks and things like that to our first responders on more efficient radio use. And we want to thank also Delaware County EMS for letting us have that at their facility Saturday morning. So that was great.
Good news. Thank you very much.
Good job to you and Mr. Cummings.
Yes.
Appreciate all your leadership there at the 911 Center.
Sorry, one more thing. Tony Skinner, Delaware County Sheriff. I know you passed the grant ordinance, this morning. Can I make a request for the, ordinance 2024-011, the credit card ordinance, or somebody to send out the latest version of that to every elected official and department head in Delaware County? So at some point when you decide to take that off the table, that we're educated and prepared to talk about that. I know last week, the sheriff's office, we tried to use our credit card to buy some very important things that go along with our hiring process, and the credit card was denied. So still having problems with that. So I'd like to see a latest copy of that credit card ordinance, please. Thank you.
I'll be happy to send it to you, but I think the plan was to have the HR send it out to all department heads and elected officials.
Lots of good news. Okay, moving down to pay. Oh,
Mr. Bain.
One more thing I wanted to add, Commissioners. Wanted to recognize the Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Skinner, Jeff Stanley, and Muncie Police, Nate Sloan, Steve Cox, also Andy Payne from the Sheriff's Department. You guys are aware of a firearms safety course that we've been working on in partnership with both of those agencies. They held the first pilot class yesterday. It was very successful. Attendees have reported enjoying it, learning a lot. We're hopeful we can continue that throughout the coming year and going forward with additional expansions to the class as well. So I want to recognize them for all the hard work they've put in to provide that to our citizens.
thank you. Okay. Moving down the payment of claims of $29,375,370.68.
Motion to pay the claims.
Second, roll call please.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Payment of payroll for November the 6th, $985,781.37.
Motion to pay payroll.
Second, roll call please.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Mr. King.
I don't believe anybody signed up for the public comments or questions. Do I hear a motion for our recess?
I'll make a motion we recess.
Second, motion,
Mr. Henry.
please.
Yes.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes,
King.
thank you, everybody. Stay safe.